There are places on Earth that feel alive. Places that breathe. Places that whisper. Places that swallow. And once you enter them, not every place is willing to let you go back. This story doesn't happen in the sky. It doesn't happen in the ocean. It doesn't happen in a jungle or a desert. It happens underground. In a silent corridor beneath the earth, where light disappears, where sound dies, and where time, slowly, runs out. This is the story of a man who wasn't lost in the wilderness, wasn't drifting at sea, wasn't stranded in snow or storm. He was trapped, inside the planet itself. And the entire world stood above him, watching, hoping, praying. As the clock counted down his final moments. His name was Floyd Collins. And what happened to him beneath Kentucky remains one of the darkest survival tragedies in human history. Before the tragedy, before the headlines, before the world gathered above the ground where he lay dying, Floyd Collins was simply a man chasing a dream. Early 1920s. Kentucky. A region famous for something unimaginable, a massive labyrinth beneath the land, an endless network of caves, stretching miles upon miles in every direction. For most people, these caves were just dark holes in the ground. But for explorers, they were adventure. They were opportunity. They were mystery. They were gold. Because back then, America was obsessed with caves. Tourism. Curiosity. Money. And Floyd? He grew up around caves. He knew their language. He understood their whispers. He wasn't reckless. He wasn't foolish. He was incredibly skilled. And deep down, he wanted something bigger than money. He wanted to discover something no one else had seen. He wanted his name remembered. He wanted to find the next great American cave. So one cold January day in 1925, he crawled into a narrow passage, deep beneath the frozen Kentucky countryside. He believed he was about to make history. He was right. But not in the way he imagined. The deeper he crawled, the colder it became. The air turned damp. Walls pressed closer. The world above started fading. Light became a thin yellow beam. Echoes became whispers. His breathing, the only sound left. He squeezed through tight corridors, slid across wet stone, crawled deeper and deeper and deeper. Then suddenly, a drop shaft, a narrow descent, a tight, twisting tunnel that opened into a chamber. He lowered himself in. No one knows the exact moment he realized something was wrong. But we know this. The earth moved. A rock shifted. The ceiling settled. A massive stone rolled. Suddenly, he wasn't exploring anymore. He was trapped. Pinned. Locked into position. One leg crushed beneath a boulder. His body twisted in a tunnel barely wide enough to breathe. There was no standing up. No turning around. No way to dig himself free. He tried to move. He couldn't. He tried again. Still nothing. The cave had taken him. And above him? Silence. Just tons and tons of silent, unforgiving stone. Imagine that moment. The realization. You are 100 feet underground. No sunlight. No open space. No escape. Just rock pressing against your chest. Dirt against your face. Cold air scraping your lungs. You shout. Nothing. You scream. Your voice dies in the darkness. There is no echo. No response. Only silence. Minutes turn to hours. Cold settles across his bones. Blood circulation weakens. Numbness creeps into his leg. Pain turns sharp. Then unbearable. Then distant. His lamp flickers. Darkness begins swallowing the world. By the time help hears him, by the time anyone reaches him, he has already spent endless hours in terror. But the nightmare was only beginning. Eventually, voices. Faint. Distant. Echoing through twisting stone. Rescuers. Locals noticed Floyd never returned home. They followed his tracks. They followed his rope. They followed his courage, straight into the darkness. And what they found shook them to their core. Floyd Collins, alive, but pinned, crushed, locked in a position that no tool could easily fix. They talked to him. They tried to comfort him. They tried to pull. They tried to lift. They try everything. The rock doesn't move. The tunnel is too tight. Every shift threatens to collapse the cave further. If they make the wrong move, the earth will bury him alive. So they do the only thing they can. They pass him water. They pass him food. They talk to him. They keep him awake. And they promise him, "We're going to get you out." He believes them. Because humans always believe rescue is coming. We always believe the story ends with survival. But outside the cave, another storm is forming. Not under the ground, but above it. A storm called attention. One rescuer tells another. One local tells a friend. One reporter hears a rumor. Within days, thousands gather above the cave. The sight turns into a bizarre carnival of hope and tragedy. Tents, vendors, cameras, spectators, journalists broadcasting updates, people laughing, people crying, people praying. America, entertained by a dying man beneath their feet. Headlines explode across the country. Man trapped underground. Race against time. Can he be saved? Floyd becomes a national story. But here is the cruel part. Excitement doesn't equal progress. Attention doesn't equal rescue. And while the crowd grows larger, Floyd grows weaker. Rescuers attempt everything. They dig. They plan. They engineer. They strategize. But the cave is unforgiving. Narrow. Fragile. Collapsing. Every attempt threatens to bury him completely. Rescue technology? Primitive. Resources? Limited. Time? Running out. The cold is relentless. Hypothermia creeps in. Circulation deteriorates. His leg slowly dying. His organs struggling. His strength fading. Yet he talks. He jokes. He prays. He whispers hope through trembling lips. He hears the rescuers. He hears the world above. He hears life continuing. While his own slowly drains away. Sleep becomes impossible. Pain becomes constant. Time loses meaning. Is it morning? Is it night? Has it been days? Has it been weeks? No sunlight. No sky. No wind. No sense of reality. Just darkness. And breathing. And stone. Some rescuers say he began hallucinating. Some say he cried quietly. Some say he whispered for his mother. Some say he whispered prayers. We will never really know everything that happened in his mind. But we know this. No human should ever face consciousness while slowly dying underground. It is not drowning. It is not burning. It is not freezing. It is a slow burial while still alive. And with each passing hour, hope grows thinner. Eventually, something inevitable happens. The cave shifts again. Rocks move. Passages collapse. The tunnel grows more dangerous. Rescuers can no longer reach him safely. Nature makes the final decision. The earth closes its hands. Silence returns. And beneath thousands of footsteps, beneath a screaming crowd, beneath rolling cameras and flashing headlines, Floyd Collins, slowly, quietly, dies. Cold. Alone. In the darkness he once loved. Silence spreads. The crowd falls quiet. News spreads across America. A nation that had been watching, hoping, cheering, now sits stunned. He did not make it. All the hope, all the attention, all the planning, wasn't enough. The cave wins. Life goes on above the surface. People leave. The crowd disappears. The news cycle shifts. But one man remains deep below, claimed forever by the earth. And the land above him never feels the same again. This story isn't just about rock and stone. It isn't just about danger. It isn't just about nature. It is about us. It is about human curiosity, human ambition, human fragility, human helplessness. We build cities. We fly planes. We touch the skies. We sail oceans. But beneath everything, we remain small. Nature is older, stronger, uncaring. And sometimes, it reminds us. Floyd Collins' story forced the world to confront something primal. The earth does not negotiate. The earth does not bargain. The earth does not care. If it decides to hold you, it will. Because of Floyd, cave safety changed forever. Rescue protocols advanced. Exploration rules evolved. His tragedy taught lessons humanity desperately needed. He became a symbol, not of adventure, not of failure, but of the fine line between courage and fate. His story remains taught, remembered, respected, feared. Even today, cavers whisper his name before entering narrow passages. Because they know, once, the earth closed and never opened again. In a world obsessed with heroes, fiction, legends, and exaggerated tales, this story remains brutally real. No monsters. No curses. No supernatural miracles. Just a man, a dream, a cave. And the moment everything went wrong, he wasn't lost at sea. He wasn't stranded in snow. He wasn't abandoned in a jungle. He was trapped beneath our feet. And as the world watched, time slipped away. His name was Floyd Collins. And he remains a reminder that even in a world of skyscrapers, technology, and power, we are still fragile, still human, still at the mercy of the earth we walk on. This is the cave where time ran out. If you are still here, you didn't just watch a story. You felt it. You lived inside it. Because survival isn't always victory. Sometimes, survival is simply enduring long enough for the world to remember your name.